Well, ladies and gentlemen, the much awaited part of today's event, a fireside chat on total parenting solutions and unveiling of the book Safe Teen Steps, authored by Ms. Ragini Bhardwaj and Dr. Manjula Pooja Shroff. Today, we are absolutely thrilled to have Dr. Manjula Pooja Shroff with us here. Dr. Shroff is a renowned author, edupreneur, vlogger, podcaster, and life coach, and much more. An executive alumni from Indian Institute of Management and London School of Economics, a President of India awardee. She is the MD and CEO of Calorix Group, which runs 60 plus institutions across the country. And a Rajkumari from the Surangi royal family of Odisha. She has influenced the lives of more than 88,000 students over the past 3 decades across 60 plus institutions. Further, Dr. Pooja Shroff believes in working towards the mental, physical, and spiritual well-being of people through her exclusive work called Shroffism. With a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to welcome Dr. Pooja Shroff. And Ragini ji and Dr. Shroff have together authored this pioneering book, Safe Teen Steps, a very relevant title in today's digital age. Ms. Ragini Bharadwaj, a highly distinguished journalist, a prolific writer and author who has worked closely with children and students across 17 years. Ladies and gentlemen, the book Safe Teen Steps gives readers invaluable advice for dealing with the many challenges of teenagers. It offers clear, empathetic insights on tough topics like social media addictions, cyberbullying, harassment, and relationships, amongst other taboo topics. Before going ahead with the unveiling, let's watch a short video. Can we have the video, please?
To achieve the NEP's goals of mental health and emotional resilience in students. Last year, we brought to you Dr. Manjula Pooja Shroff's #1 bestseller book on parenting, Baby Steps to Big Dreams, that was launched in over multiple cities in India and abroad. Let's take a quick glance at the book tour. As we toured multiple cities and met influencers such as you to take forward the NEP's objectives of improved mental and emotional health in students, during our discussions with educators, directors, administration, and management, the question invariably popped up if we should address these issues by directly talking to teenagers and senior secondary students, since they are so much more at risk. Working on this thread of thought, Calorix is proud to present the sequel to Baby Steps, Safe Teen Steps, Making Young Adults Cyber Secure. Safe Teen Steps is dedicated to A. The brave hearts of parents in the shadow of grief and pain for losing loved ones to the dangers of the online world. B. To all teenage girls who have faced the daunting challenges of cyber threats, you are not alone. C. The online world is not safe for boys. This book is also a salute to the courageous teenage boys who confront the silent struggles of harassment compounded by hiding their emotions. We applaud you. Many of you are already familiar with Calorix's development of India's first teacher mentor influencer, Maya.
For online parenting counseling, Calorix brings to you Sitting by Maya, Parenting Conversations, adapted from the #1 best-selling book, Baby Steps to Big Dreams, and its sequel, Safe Teen Steps. Sitting by Maya is a 3-step process. To get your online parenting solutions, step 1, go to sbm.com Manjula Pooja Shroff.com. Step 2. Easy registration with your existing emails. Step 3. Select the appropriate age, topic, and FAQ from the drop down and get the parenting solution. Why wait? Register now and discover the benefits of sitting by Maya for your parenting journey.
At Calorex, it's our endeavor to teach beyond text. We bring to you total modern day parenting solutions of baby steps and the sequel Safe Teen Steps and the online solutions Sitting by Maya. Please join us in our journey to create resilient and empathetic students who will be better prepared to thrive in the VUCA world where human race and the AI is poised to mingle. Thank you.
Let's have a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And now, to do the unveiling, I take pleasure to invite on stage Dr. Maya Sukumaran, Advisor and Director, Geetanjali Group of Schools, Dr. Rajesh Gangurde, ex-ISRO scientist and current Director of the Head of the Space Program at Bharat Antariksh Corporation, Dr. Caroline, Principal TISB, Mr. Anil Sharma, Founder Education Today, Ms. Vibha, CEO Education Today, Mr. Ananthakrishnan B, CEO Operations Calorex, and last but not the least, the author herself, Dr. Manjula Pooja Shroff, author, MD and CEO of Calorex Group. Let's have a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the unveiling of the book Safe Teen Steps, authored by Ms. Ragini Bharadwaj and Dr. Manjula Pooja Shroff. Thank you so much to all the dignitaries for unveiling the book Safe Teen Steps. I would now request all the dignitaries to kindly take their seats. Head on to the fireside chat on total parenting solutions. And Dr. Manjula Pooja Shroff, and I would now request Mr. Ananthakrishnan B to conduct the fireside chat with Dr. Manjula Pooja Shroff on total parenting solutions and safe teen steps. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namah. Hyderabad, once more. Such a lovely morning it is. And when you wake up to the smell of filter coffee, then you have a session here. Then you go to chutneys, devour some nice dosas with some liquid good, right? And then you retire to the biryanis and then take a flight and go back. Thank you very much, Hyderabad, for this hospitality. Dr. Shroff, the AI clone and avatar that you just saw, Maya. The earlier panel was talking about mental health and about AI teaching teachers. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, Maya has already started that program for educators. Maya today teaches AI not only to teachers but also to students. So that's what is the power of AI in today's world. We need to just harness the power of AI. The last book of Dr. Shroff, A Total Parenting Solution, which was a huge success. It was launched by the, Baby Steps to Big Dreams. which was launched by the president of Mauritius. It did 3 UN sessions. Probably it had the honor of being the first book to have ever been read in a UN assembly. And Dr. Shroff did the honors there. And within a matter of 1 year, Dr. Shroff, this book, right, the Safe Teen Steps. Can you kindly elaborate a bit about this book first? Then we'll go to the next part of the questions.
So an idea is very powerful only when the time is right. And the time in India for digital safety has never been more right or so appropriate or so relevant or so contemporary. In every conference that you go, we are talking about mental health, we are talking about digital safety. But you know what is happening? The reality is this. We are somehow, and I'm talking about the ground reality in our classrooms, we are trying to pinpoint students who are mentally not well and then refer them to the counselors. And that is causing a social taboo. And obviously the child doesn't like it, parents do not like it, because in a certain way, we are doing what this book calls a scarlet letter. A scarlet letter, let me explain to you, ladies and gentlemen, is a phenomena of social ostracization. You know, societies change, values change, the fundamentals remain the same. The scarlet letter word comes from a certain phenomena in the West in the past. At that time, many, many decades ago, adultery was a crime. Today, adultery is commonplace. So adultery, because it was such a big social taboo, there's this lady Scarlett who conducted adultery. You know, adultery is bad, men do it is bad, women do it, oh my God. Right? Social ostracization. So as punishment, she had to wear an A around her neck every time she stepped out of her home. It's called scarlet letter. It refers to a phenomena. So every time you pull out a child from the class and send it to the counselor, everybody knows there's a scarlet letter happening. So it's time for you to deal with everything that's happening on the online naturally, casually, as part of talking in the classroom, conversations in the classroom. It doesn't have to be done with counselors. It has to be done by the teacher themselves. That's why this book, hopefully this book will give every teacher and of course counselors strategy. Pick up the book, read the text, look at the strategies, do the activity. Let us create awareness amongst our students, because keeping our students safe, the starting point is awareness.
Yeah, of course, it's the starting point of awareness. This book, ma'am, talks about many taboo topics, untouched topics, topics which are hard for parents to be speaking at home. It's hard for the teacher to be taking up in the school. The student is left clueless as to what is to be done. This book, ma'am, talks about topics like catfishing, grooming disorders, sextortion, sexting. Scarlet letter you just explained. Oh my God, so many hard words. If you can kindly explain, ma'am, what are these words and how are students prone to these problems today?
Vocabulary. We teach children vocabulary. This is their world. It's time we need to learn their vocabulary. If there was a digital divide in the world, it is here and today, in the classrooms. Because this is their world, this is their vocabulary. You know what? We as adults don't even get it. All of these words that he mentioned is very normal. It happens in their lives day in and day out. We are clueless. So this book will, of course, teach you the vocab. I mean, that's the simplest thing to do. It'll teach you the vocab. But I'm going to go through, I'll illustrate. Let me start by relomania, and then I'll come to catfishing. I'll illustrate what they are.
What did you say? Relomania.
Relomania.
I think it's the same thing. We go retire to bed thinking we're going to sleep, and then we start scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. 2 hours goes by.
Everybody in this room is addicted to reels. Everybody in the room is addicted to reels. If you are addicted, you can well imagine what an adolescent brain, why shouldn't they be addicted? You have judgment. You are more responsible, yet you can't handle it. What about teenagers? Let me tell you why you can't handle it. The reel is designed to hook you. The reel is designed to addict you. First and foremost, it is a short attention span. Everything that the past panels list were talking about, anxiety, short attention span. There's a Microsoft survey that says human attention span is dropping to 8 seconds. It's there in the book. So the reels play with that. It's AV because it's more sensory, audiovisual is more sensory than picture or text. It is designed with, see how it's designed, with auto start, with what they call infinity scroll. Even before you touch it, the next one comes and the next one comes. You start a reel, you don't even know 2 hours have gone by. So what is happening and why is the addiction happening is every time you go digitally, dopamine is getting released from the brain. Dopamine is similar to opium and marijuana. It's a feel-good chemical that is very short-lived. The minute it hits your brain, it wants more. And let me tell you, the digital addiction is only the beginning. There's more to come. Because the companies have realized that the formula is working. Now let me jump to catfishing. Catfishing is a term. You know catfishing, fishing? What's happening is there are predators online. You know the word predator, right? Somebody's out there to take advantage or harm. This predator comes with a fake ID, behaves as if it's your own age, and starts to befriend you. See, what's happening is, because of the nuclear family, most children are lonely, unable to talk, unable to be understood. In a panel that happened yesterday in Chennai, they were saying even grade 1 kids are not able to express themselves because parents don't have time. So the statistic says that 43% of children below the age of 10 are already online. So what's happening is the predator is fishing for vulnerable children. And there is some child who's lonely and suddenly feels that somebody understands me. And this predator is very, very experienced in hooking children. By and by, the child feels that here's somebody who totally understands me, starts getting involved, starts sharing personal information, starts sharing compromising pictures, even nudity. Then comes the next stage. The predator will ask the child to meet offline. Statistics says, which we've put in the book, that 66 people of children who are chatting with strangers, and we call that stranger danger, meet them offline. Sometimes the child may be scared. If the child is scared, then comes the stage of blackmailing. They are threatened that if you do not meet or give in to what we want, we will make your nude pictures viral. It not only happens in predators, it can happen in the grade 10, 11, 12 classrooms where boys can do to girls, vice versa. That is called sextortion. So you know what? All of this is happening. We as teachers are not even talking about it. I think we just need to, and I always say this, wherever I'm going, open the chapter, read the chapter. As casually as you can. Treat it like another subject. You know what we are doing is we're waiting for something to go wrong and then treating it and socially ostracizing our children. Don't do that. Do preventive care. Address it. Because every child is growing up on the internet. This is their world. If anything, we are disconnected from their world. It's time that we make that connection.
I was talking to a couple of counselors. They said words like, how many of you here are onto Instagram? Instagram?
Instagram.
Insta? Insta. Insta? Insta? Anybody here on Finsta? Finsta?
Finsta. Finsta.
F for
Anybody,
father, Finsta.
anybody
Fake,
on Finsta?
fake Instagram account? Anybody on the fake Instagram account? Come on, let's be open. Children are open. Sinsta? Sinsta. Sinsta. I'll tell you. We'll tell you. Rinsta? You're outdated here. All outdated. Children are beyond us. They're all, they're on Insta, they're on Sinsta, on Finsta and Rinsta. Ma'am, please explain. I also don't understand so many words.
So what happened? See, TikTok got banned in India. But TikTok started that reel addiction. They got that formula right. As soon as that got banned, Instagram came, now Facebook, and everybody else is doing reels because it's working. Every child, whether it's your own or somebody else's, has one Insta account, which is a Rinsta account, which means a real account with the name and etc. And multiple Finsta accounts, fake Insta accounts. Multiple Finsta accounts, every child, without an exception. And Sinsta accounts are secret accounts. The children understand dark web much better than anybody else does. Now, what is the risk is what I'm going to tell you. In the Finsta account and in the Sinsta accounts, they're able to say and do almost anything. Sexting, cyber sex is happening. See, the fear of society is the normalization of what is happening online. In my Finsta account, if I'm able to comment on a private part of the opposite sex, as a child, I begin to think that it's normal. If I'm able to say it in my Finsta account, they get confused. It can create an identity crisis because they're doing it so often online that they think offline it's okay. If I can comment on the body part, I can touch the body part. Remember, this is a young child growing. They don't know what is the difference between real and real. And we don't talk about it. I think the first glass ceiling that every teacher has to crack is talk about these subjects as brazenly, as openly, as casually as you can. This is life. With AI, your jobs of assessment and teaching are going to get far easier. It's time you start to talk about life, because this is life-threatening. We are losing children to gaming. Children are playing some stupid suicide games and dying. Women are doing reels and selfies and want to, there's a case in the book in Punjab, a lady hung herself. She wanted to play this game of hanging herself and putting it on the internet. There is a video. The husband is clicking a video and she's hanging herself and she just died. Selfie, how many people are taking risky? There's a child, I think in Hyderabad, there's a tribal child who wanted to get famous. You see, what's happening is, they think when we were growing up, you had to do some hard work to be famous. Today, they can create some unreasonable reel and become viral, and they think that's the way to do it. So the kid was kissing a snake to get a viral video. You know what happened, right? You can guess. The snake kissed him back. He died. But these are happening. If you think that these are urban problems, no. Online problems are pervasive everywhere. Smallest of villages in India has access to phone and smartphones. Yeah?
Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, this book, Safe Teen Step, is a part of the package called Total Parenting Solutions. So this book and one more book called Baby Steps to Big Dreams, which talks about parenting conversation that every parent should have with a child from the time the child comes to the mother's womb till the time the child turns out to be 21. And the Sitting by Maya AI app, or AI portal, wherein both parents and students can talk to the AI avatar Maya for parenting solutions. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a bigger responsibility. Teaching, we have been doing for ages. But today the world is changing, and we have to really cope up with this changing world. We have to show the right path to students as to what is right and what is wrong. In case you want to use this book, the best way to use this book is your counselors can start using this book with students in the zero period. Probably once a week, or even twice a month, or once a month, whatever way you feel right. You can have these books in your library. Because you just write down an email ID, info.publication@calrex.org. Write to us, we'll send it to your libraries also. You all are senior educationalists. You are the trendsetters of the country, right? You have the access to mold people's and to mold children to the better future, right? In case you find any way to collaborate with us, you want these books in your regional language, or you want them implemented in your school in any form, whatever that we can help you with or collaborate you with, please reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to do that for you. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Today we'll sign and hand over a few books.
Yeah, and in fact, ma'am has been kind enough to be carrying a few books with her, both the first book, Baby Steps, and this book, The Safe Teens. So she's available here for the distribution, complimentary, and signing of the books. So kindly take a copy. For all of us here who cannot, or for some reason cannot get a copy today, we have a QR code on your table. You can scan the QR code. The books will come to your delivery address. Yeah. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, sir. I'm sure most of us here can't wait to get our hands around the book. So ma'am is here with us for some more time, so you can get the books personally signed by the author herself. So let's have a round of applause for Dr. Manjula, Pooja, Shroff, and Mr. Anant Krishnan. And a small felicitation from Education Group. And we have Mr. Anil Sharma on stage with us for the same. Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen, for Dr. Manjula, Pooja, Shroff. For Mr. Anant Krishnan B, CEO Operations of CalRex Group.